Starting off the new moon readings with air signs because it is Aquarius season. So if you are an Aquarius, a Gemini or a Libra, sun sign or rising sign, then this is the reading and the guidance for you for February, essentially. And hopefully this just really brings you some guidance, some support, some kind of things to think about and focus on, and some direction over the month ahead. Now, the first thing that I can feel here for you, and by the way, these readings are a mixture of tarot cards, and also I get a lot of messages coming through from my spirit guides to share as well. And the first thing that comes through very strongly is like expansion. Like, this is a really expansive month for you. I can really, really feel that. But because like there's a lot of expansion available, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. Like, you have to still align with it. That's the thing, right? Like, we are creating our reality. So although there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of expansion, it doesn't mean it's automatically going to happen. Like, you have to align with it, as I said. And what's come through is like essentially the things that are going to help you align with this expansion this month. The first thing feels really, really, really important. You have to deeply, deeply believe, you can't fake this, you have to deeply believe that you are capable of expansion. Like, that it is possible for you in whatever area of life you're kind of looking for expansion in, or maybe it's like a mixture of everything. You have to believe it's possible to align with it. Like, you have to believe that you can have more money, you can have more success, you can have more love, you can have better health. Like, you have to believe it's possible for you to align with that expansion. It feels like your beliefs over what's possible is a big part to play in you stepping into this really, really expansive opportunity. The other thing that was coming through here as well is like, you have to believe that you can have it all. If you're looking for expansion in all areas of life, there has to be a part of you that believes that you can have it all. If you have this belief that, you know, for one area of your life to thrive, another area of your life has to suffer. If you have that belief, then you're not going to have the expansion in all areas of your life. Like, it just really feels whatever you're telling yourself in your mind, the stories that are playing, the beliefs that are playing, and therefore the energy that you're holding is, I mean, it always plays a big part in what we manifest. But it feels like this is a very kind of front and center thing for you right now. Like, this feels like a very important thing to really focus on this month. Versus, let's say, for example, taking actions and taking certain actions, right? It feels like it's a very big month for you to work on your inner world and what your mind is saying and what your thoughts are saying and the stories that are playing. So working on those beliefs, believing that you can actually have expansion in these areas of your life feels very, very important. The other thing that feels, well, actually, there's two more things. The second thing that feels really important for you is letting go of controlling things, letting go of controlling the outcome, letting go of how it looks, letting go of needing to know like every single step, letting go of kind of having it all planned out perfectly. Like, air signs are known for having a lot of mind activity. Like, that is your superpower. Like, your ability to think logically is your superpower. Your ability to kind of analyze and organize your thoughts is your superpower. But it can also be your biggest block, and that's what I can feel here right now, is that you're being asked to have a lot more flow, like a lot more like fluid energy right now versus control. So if, for example, you're someone, and this might not relate to everyone because it depends the rest of your birth chart, but like if you are someone that loves to be controlling everything and have everything perfectly like organized and orchestrated, needs to know all of the steps before you take one, like this energy could actually be massively blocking you right now. I actually pulled the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords, which are both sword energies, which are both air energies, by the way. And this is what's blocking you. It's like that need for the planning, the logic, the in some cases, like even the focus, like this is actually blocking you right now. You want to have so much more of a fluid, open, flowing energy. So let go of that control. Like have that energy of like, let's see what happens. Let's wait for things to unfold. Like this is going to be really supportive for you right now versus like clinging and kind of contracting and controlling things ultimately. So this is another huge thing to really think about over this next month. And this is not saying that part of your mind is always going to be blocking you. Like it is your superpower as an air sign. But I think the key with it, and I'm saying this as like I've got a Libra moon and a Libra rising, and I can massively go into that energy of overthinking, trying to control all of the thoughts. I really can. But the magic is when you learn how to tap into it when you need it, and be able to let go of it when it is also needed. So it's not like that this is never good for you and like it's a part of you that isn't great, like it is your superpower. But that magic comes when you learn to control it more and like have it when you need it, and you can let go of it when you also need it. So this is something to also kind of work on and think about this month. The other thing that comes through is, and it's kind of similar in a way, but the other thing that's coming through is that you get to let yourself be so much more led and guided and following your intuition towards, you know, your expansion of wherever it is that you want to go, whatever you're working towards. Again, it's kind of like there's a controlling, contracting energy, a planning energy, wanting to work it all out with your mind, have everything kind of orchestrated. But you're being asked to actually trust your intuition and let your soul lead you and let your intuition lead you so much more right now. So much more. It's like your intuition is guiding you to where you want to be. But at the moment, it's like your mind is very loud and so you can't hear your intuition. Or maybe you are hearing your intuition, but you're kind of dismissing it. You're not listening to it. And so right now, you're being asked to massively trust your intuition, listen to your intuition, know that it is leading you to where you want to be, even though it might not look where you think you're meant to be going or how you're meant to get there. Your intuition is guiding you to your highest alignment, and you have to trust that. And it knows so much more than what your mind knows. And so this feels like, for you, again, like a time of letting your intuition, letting your soul lead you, like listening to those little nudges, listening to what feels good. That is guidance, by the way, like what feels good to you. Like start following that a lot more, start following the flow a lot more. Like let go of control, let go of planning, let go of working things out, and really step into that magic of your intuition guiding you into where you're meant to go, but also how you're meant to do it. Like there's this, I can kind of feel like there's this entire pot of wisdom and guidance waiting for you, and like it's ready for you to start listening to. So that's the other thing. Now, 2 questions did come through to share here to maybe help you step into that intuition and into your guidance. The first question is, if you didn't know how others did it, like how would you want to do it? Meaning like if you didn't know how everyone did it, if you didn't know what you should do, how would you want to do it? Because that wanting, that being excited or curious about a certain way of doing things, that's your intuition. Your intuition doesn't always come in a big loud voice telling you to turn left or turn right. Like it also communicates with you through what feels good, what feels exciting. Like this is also your intuition. And so this question is kind of essentially asking you to tap into that. Like if you didn't know how other people did it, if you didn't know how you should do it, how would you want to do it? Like what would you feel called to do? That's the first question. The other question if you didn't have to get it all right, what would you do? Meaning like if you didn't have to have everything perfect, if you didn't have to execute something perfectly, how would you do it? Like what would that look like for you? This is another really strong question. Again, it's just kind of taking you out of your mind and into more what feels good, or what you would be drawn to. So that's another question for you. But essentially, a lot of expansion is available to you right now. it's about believing that and really getting your beliefs aligned with your expansion. Like, believe that it is possible for you. Make sure that your beliefs and your inner world are completely aligned with expansion. Start letting things flow a lot more. Let go of control. Let things, like, let yourself be a lot more fluid and flowing with everything in your life right now. And then thirdly, start listening to your intuition and let your intuition and your soul guide you towards your expansion more than like your mind leading you there. So yeah, let me know how these feel for you in the comments, and I'm sending you lots of love.